and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a Cruella DeVil Tim Burton mashup paint. I do have Ariel from The Little Mermaid already all done. I'll have her down in the description box linked for you to go check out. For Cruella's look today, I'm using this wig from e.l.f. Wigs. It's a half white, half black wig. And it's a lace front synthetic wig as well. It's heat resistance. It's 24 inches long and it is thick, girl. Oh my goodness. It has a lot of weight and a lot of hair to it. It comes curled like this. It's so pretty. I used to actually have my hair colored like this a long time ago. So I've been dying to do a Cruella look, but I needed a wig. You can also use the discount e.l.f. YT1101 for $25 off a wig with e.l.f. Wigs. I'll have the wig linked down below. I'll have the discount code down below, the website, all of that for y'all. So starting off today, I did clean my face. I put moisturizer on, all that good stuff, and we're first gonna block out these brows. I'm just using a non-toxic glue stick from Elmer's Glue, and I'm just running it back and forth through the brow to make sure I coat every brow from the root to the tip of it. And then I'm using a spoolie and just going through and laying the hairs down flat. And I'll go back over those hairs with that glue stick a few more times to make sure everything's coated and everything's laying flat. If you don't do that, stuff will poke through and you'll see the brows and it's just irritating. Then I'm taking my Ben Nye loose powder and I'm going to wait for these brows to dry, and I'll just use a disposable sponge to set them and make sure everything's coated. Then I'm taking this Makeup Forever Flash Paint palette, and I'm using a peach color. Honestly, any peach color corrector can work. You just want to color correct the brows, especially if you have dark brows. So using a peach color will, you know, neutralize that darkness. And then going over it with like a normal colored paint or your foundation will help hide all of that. So after I lay down the peach, I'm going back in with this very light cream colored paint, and I'm going over the brows with that, and just to kind of neutralize that peach, because now we have the peach, we need to kind of hide the peach a little bit. And then I'm going to blend all that out with a fluffy brush, and I'll go back over it all again with some more Ben Nye powder just to set all of that. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. I'm using my Optical Illusion Primer from Urban Decay just to smooth out those pores and make my skin look flawless. And then for now, I'm just going to do my forehead with my Huda Beauty foundation. I use the shade Angel Food, and I'm just going to go in with this Sigma Kabuki brush just on the forehead area for now. This is going to help cover those brows even more. And when you're going on top of the eyebrows with the foundation, make sure you're packing it on and you're not swiping it. We don't want it to disrupt anything underneath of the foundation. Then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Eden eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm going to coat my whole lid. I'm going to blend it in to the foundation that we did on the brows, because we're going really high, so we're creating a fake lid kind of today, so you want to make sure it all looks cohesive and it's all one shade there. I even go over the brow a little bit with the eyeshadow primer. And here you should look like a monster or an alien or something, looking crazy. I'm going to be using this Morphe 35C palette. They do not make this palette anymore, but it is just an all matte, colorful palette, so I'm sure they have something similar to it. And I'm going to be using these green shades for my eyes today. I'm going in with the lighter green first, and I'm just going all the way up past my eyebrow and doing a very round shape. I'm going really based off the cartoon version of Cruella DeVil in the 101 Dalmatians. So she's got some big old lids, some big old round lids. And as you're going on the eyebrow hairs there, start packing the shadow onto the hairs and not really doing windshield wiper motions or circles. That way it sets in them eyebrow hairs. In them eyebrow hairs. Then I'm just taking my NARS concealer and I am cutting out a very round shaped lid and going way past my crease, like almost all the way up to my eyebrow bone. I'm then just taking the darker shade from that Morphe palette of green, and I'm just going on the edges here a little bit with the green and bringing it in towards the centers for kind of like a halo Kinda like a halo shaped eye. And then I'm going in with my Moonchild Glow Kit in the color Lucky Clover. It's just a green highlighter shade, and I'm putting that in the center of the lid and covering the dark green as well, just to make sure the concealer is really set. And I'll go back in with the dark green on the edges just a little bit. Taking my Sigma Line Ace liquid liner in Legend. It's a matte black liquid liner. I'm going to basically trace around this round shape. We are doing a very cartoony type of look today, and I want the black lines to be pretty thick, so I'm just going around that just to differentiate the lid from the crease, since we are creating a fake lid, a fake crease, all that. Then I'm going in with this Candio Love Glitter in Belladonna. It's a very, very chunky glitter, so be super careful when putting this on your eye. I'm using my Too Faced glitter glue to adhere it, and I'm just doing a little bit on each side of the lid. I'm not covering the whole lid. It's got like little diamond shapes in it. It's gorgeous. It's got green and silvers in it. It's so pretty. Just be really, really careful because it has different size glitters. Don't get anything in your eye. Be careful taking it off too. And I'm just packing that on the sides of the lid there, and I'm taking that same liquid liner and doing a cat eye. Look at that eyeball. Oh yeah. Then I'm going in with my Nye MagiCake Aqua Paint in black and a very tiny itty bitty brush, and we're going to do the eyebrows. So they're very curved, they go in very far towards the bridge of the nose, and they go out pretty far towards the temple, and they're very skinny. Just skinny from the tip to the end. And if you mess up a little bit, it's okay. You can just take some concealer and kind of clean up the line a little bit. And I did this one a little bit higher, like a little bit of a higher arch, just to make them look a little bit different so they don't look exactly the same. Just like that. Ooh. I should do my brows like this all the time. Going back in with my Huda foundation, I'm going to finish the rest of my face. And we need to create those large, round, Tim Burton-esque eyes, so I'm using this cream crayon in white from Nye, and I'm putting it in my waterline and going below my waterline quite a bit. I'm then taking my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in Vanilla, and I'm just kind of hiding my dark circles a little bit. I'm not adding too much, and then I'm powdering my whole face to make sure the concealer, the foundation, that everything is nice and set. I'm then going back in with that black paint and creating that round shape below the white that I created to connect the lid and the lower lash line together. And then creating some little like bag lines almost, just to create some detailing and make it look a little bit more Tim Burton-like. Then doing some little lashes on the bottom there, since we're not going to coat our natural lashes. And I'm just adding more of those little lines really everywhere. Just kind of look at some Tim Burton stuff for reference if you're kind of confused as to how to do this. Then I am cutting off my jawline. She's got kind of a square-shaped jaw, but I wanted to make my face look more skinny. So I'm cutting all that off, and then I'm going in and contouring the cheekbone to make my cheekbone look very prominent and to make my face look really hollow. So I'm just following that shape that I used with the black paint there and kind of creating a contour going along that. Also contouring my forehead a bit. And you really want to contour your nose a lot. You want to make it super, super skinny because that is Tim Burton's style. You want to make it look super skinny, but we're also doing kind of like a pig-snouted nose, very pushed up because that's how Cruella's nose is in the 101 Dalmatians cartoon. So we're going to make those little Tim Burton nostrils there with black paint, but I also really accentuated that pug nose using contouring. And I'm also highlighting the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose with just a matte white shadow. I'm also doing that on my cheekbones to make them look way more prominent. I'm not using any shimmery stuff, I'm just using matte. For the chest, I am doing a full body paint, but I'm just going to show you guys the upper half of my body, so I am tracing out the dress. It's just kind of like a halter top dress that I was going for. Nothing too crazy and detailed. And then I am creating that really skinny neck and cutting off the shoulders and a bit of my arms as well. You want to give that really skinny, weird kind of shape that Tim Burton's characters always have. And then for the dress, I'm using my Clown White from Bin Nye, and I'm just going to take a big oval brush, and I'm going to dip it in there, and I'm going to just paint in that whole dress. So the dress, I am doing the Dalmatian fur. So fur wouldn't be like a perfect opaque white anyways, so if it's a little bit, you know, got some holes in it, it's not perfect, it's a little chalky looking almost, that's okay. Fur would not be perfect and opaque. Then I'm just taking my black paint and I'm filling in all that area that I cut out. This is going to give that illusion that none of that is there. Since I'm using the black backdrop, it almost is like that doesn't even exist. I also cut off my chin area right in front of the neck and cover my ears a little bit as well. I went ahead and put on my wig, I cut off the lace, and I used some glue to adhere it to my scalp so it looks more natural. Look how cute this wig is. I'm obsessed with it. I think I'm going to wear it all the time. Then I go in and start outlining that dress with the black paint. You might have to go over the lines 2 times to make sure they're nice and opaque. And then I go in and start creating those Dalmatian spots, just doing random shapes, kind of like C shapes, circles, making sure nothing looks perfect, doing little dots. And now I'm shading the edges of the dress with a gray-toned brown color onto my skin just to give some dimension and shadowing. We don't need to do too much into detail with the shadowing because we are a cartoon, so it doesn't need to look perfect, but just to make the dress look like it's sitting on top of our skin a little bit. And then I'm doing some collarbones here, and I'm also doing a little bit of my cleavage with the shadowing. And then going in with black paint to really define those areas, just like we did on the eyes and the nose. And I did a little bit on my shoulders and my arms as well. Then I'm taking a gray shadow and just doing a little bit of shading to the dress to make it not look so flat. We're done with the chest. We're going to move back onto the face. I'm taking my Huda lip contour pencil. This is in the shade Famous. Cruella's got them red lips, y'all, so we're going to make our lips super red. I'm also creating kind of a point on the corners of my mouth. Again, we're going for that Tim Burton-esque kind of character, so I'm just replicating things that I've seen Tim Burton do with his characters before, and he always does the very elongated mouths with a little bit more of a point on the ends. I'm taking the shade Famous from Huda Beauty in her liquid matte, and I am just doing this for the outer part of the lips. We're kind of going to be doing a ombre a bit. This is just a darker shade of red. And then I'm taking my Classic Horror Frankie shade from LA Splash Cosmetics, and I'm putting that on the center of the lips to give it that really bright red effect. And I do have a discount code with LA Splash Cosmetics, and these lipsticks are only $16, so make sure you go check them out if you're a spooky girl, you like them. Then I'm just going in with a little bit more contour and a smaller oval brush to really define those cheekbones and make them look super hollow. And give that illusion that those are my real cheekbones, because they're not, girl. They are not. And for lashes, I'm taking my Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Applying this on only the top lashes. We are leaving the bottom lashes alone. Since we created that fake lower lash line, we don't want to put anything on them. And then I'm taking my Huda Beauty lashes in Farrah. They are more of a cat eye kind of shape. They kind of get longer towards the ends there, which I wanted to go for since I did do a little bit of a cat eye. And I'm just applying those bad boys on. And that's the end of this tutorial, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry it took me so long to do my second character in this series, but I do hopefully have 8 more characters coming up. I have them planned out, and I'm really excited. I just need to get into the groove of doing body painting again, y'all. It's hard. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please make sure you're subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up and comment who you want to see next. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye!